Hey everybody. Um, this may or may not be great. We're gonna have some coffee and we're gonna talk about some hard stuff, right? I've been MIA, and I will explain why. So if you don't have any coffee or you like coffee, go ahead and make some. I got me some protein coffee. This is gonna be a pretty deep, pretty emotional, maybe even a really serious conversation. I am not gonna edit this in any way, shape, or form. All right, so let's do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. This is about my mental health. Mine. No one else's. Okay? So let me go ahead and say this at the very beginning of the video. I am not a doctor. I am not a mental health professional. If you or a loved one are going through something serious, please contact somebody. Talk to somebody. All right? Mental health is a big deal. Okay? Someone ever calls you and says, I'm having a really rough time, please take the time to just listen. Just listen. You don't have to say anything. Sometimes they may just be breathing on the other line. Y'all, for real, mental health is a big deal. Okay? All right, so let's get started. Monday I went to the gym. That was the 13th. I went to the gym on Monday, and I listen to music at the gym. It's kind of like my therapy. I've recently hired a coach to help me nutritionally and physically, okay? I've done so many different programs. Y'all, it ain't even funny. I ain't even going to name them because this isn't even about that, okay? So I went to the gym and I was listening to a song. I wish I could tell y'all the name of the song, but it was a Christian song talking about, you belong, you stand up, you do what you need to do. And y'all, everything hit me all at once. It was like Thor's hammer had hit me smack right here, and the floodgates just opened. Okay? Y'all, I was ugly crying. I mean, it was awful. Okay? The gym is or has been my therapy. I can go in there, work out, listen to my music, and as long as I don't hear someone over my music, it's a great day. It's an amazing day. It's an amazing workout. This particular day, I heard people talking, like bad thoughts were coming, okay, already, right? And then I was like, God, please just help me with patience. Help me with this. Help me, Lord, right? And just, it seemed like everything was happening, okay? Whew. Y'all, I can't even tell you how serious this was. I have a very, 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 very checkered past, okay? I can't get into all that. But let me just tell you, full disclosure, I was a self-harmer. I've never been someone with, drugs. I've never been someone who was a big drinker, okay, because of the life that I lived, right? I grew up around, Mama owned a bar, so like I saw things and that made me not want to do other things, right? So anyway, I'm gonna say that it got real. It got really real. For someone who holds in a lot, like I hold in so much, deaths, You know, someone makes me feel some type of way. A lot of times I don't even say anything. I'll hold it in until it bowls up and 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 Monday was that blow up. And thankfully it blowed up in the way it did. It was tears, and I'm tired and I'm sad, and I'm not 100% sure what literally broke the dam, but daggum it broke. So, just a little bit on everything. I don't have any true, I'm sure someone's going to feel some kind of way about this, but I don't have any true, what you'd say, friends. Okay? I don't have anyone who really calls me on a daily, checking on me, even every other day. Checking on me, seeing how I'm doing, aside from my husband. I don't have that. I don't have someone that I can just show up to their home and go and let's have lunch together that day, right? Let's be real. My sister and I, we have a very rocky past, so she would tell you the same thing. There are times where we don't get along, and we may not talk to each other for months at a time, years. We went a good little bit, right? Okay. So in my heart of hearts, okay, it may not be exactly this way, but this is the way I see it a lot of times. I feel very lonely. So Monday, I got really, really sad. My husband was at work, and I just literally hit rock bottom in my mind of the emotional dam that was my life, right? So I started crying at the gym, like of all places, and it's a public gym, so I'm sure people saw me. Like, I know people saw me because someone come up to me and hugged me and told me they love me, which of course made it worse, right? So anyone who's already emotional, someone hugs you and it truly means the world to you, it's going to make you cry worse. All right, well, okay. Well, maybe not you, but me. Okay. So then I got a nod on the way out of the gym. I cried, ugly cried in my car in the parking lot before I could drive off because I couldn't see because I was that upset. Y'all, mental health is a big deal. It is a very, very big deal. And if you are someone who holds things in, you really need to find someone to talk to. Now, let me say this, and my video may get flagged for this, but let me tell you, I called the mental health agency here where I live, and I was like, look, do y'all have a sliding scale? They're like, yeah, we do. I was like, okay, well, what if you don't have any actual income coming in right now, right? I don't have income coming in. Sean does, but I don't. So technically I have no income coming in. I mean, I got workers' comp, but anyway, I was like, how's this going to work? So basically I was told it would be $900 very first visit, right? I was like, excuse me? That is outrageous. I'm already coming to you because of anxiety, depression, upset, and you're telling me I'm going to have to go in debt my very first visit? As if I didn't have anxiety enough, right? So, okay, let me just say this. I truly feel like anything dealing with mental health, there are a few things that I feel like should be free. Mental health, because it leads to people unaliving themselves and all kinds of things, right? Look at postpartum depression. Look at how many bad things that leads to because people can't get the help they need. Y'all, there's so many things that mental health alone, if they had the help, would fix. Okay, so anyway, let's get off of that TED Talk. So let's just say that after that, I got home and I was Y'all, it just got worse and worse. I called my husband. I was like, this is where I'm at. My husband came home for lunch, hugged my neck, and it opened floodgates again. Like, y'all, it was just, it was everything. And that meant the world to me because he didn't have to do that. Then I made a couple phone calls. I reached out to Mama Kathy. I can say that because you're not going to know exactly who it is, but I reached out to her, and I basically just told her, you know, I need help. I need help, and I need help now. Like, it is bad. It is really bad. Knowing who I used to be, I know that it can go very bad. So she told me she knew somebody. She would call them, and, you know, it gave me even just a little bit of hope. And y'all, I was able to hold out, sort of. I'll get to that. So anyway, I started looking into Celebrate Recovery. I started looking into Grief Share. I looked into NAMI and AMI. So I'm saying all of these things for anyone on my videos who may be going through a rough time. It may not even be that big to someone else, but if it matters to you, it matters. Okay, let me just go ahead and say that right now. It may not be a big deal to somebody else, but to you, it's everything. Your mental health matters. The way you feel about whatever is making you upset matters. It doesn't matter if it's a broken nail. It matters because it matters to you. So NAMI is I want to tell you right. So let me go ahead and do this, and I hope that this doesn't get me in trouble. But I feel like mental health is a really big deal. I do feel like y'all, I had a moment. It stands for National, give me a moment. Sorry. So NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Health, okay? So, a mental illness, I apologize. National Alliance on Mental Illness, all right? So you got that. There are free resources. Free, meaning zero cost, y'all, unless it's gas money to go to a meeting, right? They have virtual meetings as well, from my understanding. If you are in my area, you want to call 843-284-3091. Again, it's 843-284-3091. There are virtual classes and groups. You also have in-person groups. The people will talk to you and let you know what's up, right? So then you've got Grief Share, okay? You can go to Grief Share. I think it's .org. There are things there. You got Celebrate Recovery. Celebrate Recovery, I know what it sounds like, but they do loss of spouses. They do everything from addiction to loss to grief to all of that, okay? Depression, anxiety, the whole nine. And I'm saying that in this portion of the video because, y'all, I made every single one of those calls. Because it matters. So I'm doing everything I can not to cry right now. I know I probably shouldn't, but I want to be able to think very clearly while I'm talking to you all because it is important. So anyway, after making all those phone calls and really not getting anywhere at the moment, I called someone who had already saved my life once before. And she answered. And she said, you know what? Come on. So I went over and I was like, look, we've had conversations before, and it kind of goes like this. I don't necessarily need you to respond to what I'm saying. I just need you to hear me. And I said, you know how that is. And she's like, is this one of those times? And I'm like, yep. She's like, okay, heard. Y'all, she cleaned her house while I poured my heart out. And apparently that's what I needed. So, and I was able to do the woe is me thing. Y'all, it wasn't necessarily a woe is me thing, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, it could be so much worse. Because I've been worse. I've been homeless. I've literally been homeless. Living in the woods in a tent with no way to wash my tail. No idea when I was going to eat my next meal. I was held at knife point once. Y'all, I've been worse. So it's just, it just made no sense to me why a song made me feel this way. So anyway, I'm sitting there pouring my heart out. She's just listening, cleaning. Every now and then she'd be like, yeah, man, I get it. I know. She said a lot more, but this person knows what it meant to me, or at least I hope so, because it was everything. She was the only reason that I was okay and safe. Let's just say that much. She was the only reason that I was safe. So this is the second time she has saved my life. I did do something that I'm not proud of. I'm not going to say that on YouTube. But I was able to admit that to her. And I did not feel badly about it. I was not made to feel bad about it. I was like, what was basically said was, you can't be doing that. I care about you. I love you. You can't do that. Right? And I was like, I know. And y'all, it was an ugly cry day. So anyway, let's just say I did not leave her. I went to her somewhere between 12 and 1 p.m. I did not leave her home until sometime after 9 or 10. No. Somewhere around 11 p.m. that night. Aside from going for a ride with my husband and another family member, we went back and didn't leave her home until 11. Yeah. That's how long it took. Now, here is what I'm not proud of, right? So, alcohol was offered, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I've let the floodgate open. I'm kind of feeling a little bit better. I'm not crying. I should be great, right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Y'all, it was the first time ever in probably since my 21st birthday I got sloshed. Like, when I say sloshed, I mean sloshed. Like, I don't remember everything. And that isn't me. That is not Nicole. I barely remember. Like, I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember everything. And I think, again, I hope this video doesn't get taken down, but I'm doing this so you all know how serious this stuff is, right? So I said things that I shouldn't have. I let things come out that shouldn't have. And I feel very badly about those things, but I can't take those back now. The truth is out. It happened. Okay. So let's just say from here on out, if I drink, it will be on a special occasion, and it may be one or so drinks. I will never, ever, and I can honestly say never, ever do that again. It was awful. I felt awful the next day. I literally had to take time off from the gym and everything in order to recover. Let's just say first it was some kind of vodka, then it was Jack Daniels, then it was some kind of winey stuff, and then it was some moonshine. Yep. I wasn't holding no punches. And this was moonshine that you could buy at the store. So, no, nothing illegal here. and I am clearly over 21. So, nothing illegal. So, yeah, man, I went all out Monday. So, needless to say, I gave my husband a run for his money. But he held it down. He held it down like the man that he is, and God, I love him. Which reminds me, let me respond to him really quickly, because he just said home, and I want him home. So, I just want you all to know how important mental health is, right? So, let's just go ahead and say that that night, in the midst of my drunkenness, I got a phone call from a lady because I called someone and I was like, hey, I really, really just need the help. She actually got in touch with somebody. I didn't get the phone call till somewhere close to like 7:40 something. I think she could tell that I was a little bit out of it, but I tried to hold it together. It was awful. It's not funny, but I'm trying to laugh at it instead of getting upset about it. So basically, she just kind of sort of said, look, this is what I do. This is what I can do. I'm not a licensed therapist, but I'm someone that you could talk to about any and everything. And I will do what I can, right? She told me about Grief Share, which I kind of sort of already knew about. But she told me about it. She said, you know, we can go out for coffee. We can go get a little something to eat. We can do this and that. And we can have conversations. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I was like, you have no idea how much that means to me. Anyway, so as of right now, she is handling some stuff, and I'm hoping that as of next week, we'll start actually having some real conversations and keep that bucket of mine from getting anywhere near full. I think you can see my emotion, because I tend to get red right here when I feel my emotions coming. I haven't even drank any of my coffee. Y'all, let's take a break and take a sip. Oh yeah, that's good. It's protein coffee. Okay. So, let's just say that Tuesday I woke up. I had to apologize to a couple of people. Not because I did anything physical, just because I overshared. Let's say that. About some stuff. Yes, it was truth, but I still shouldn't have. We all know that whenever you drink or something like that, you, although you are responsible, you're not responsible. I don't know exactly how to explain that wholeheartedly, but like at that moment, like alcohol's like truth serum for me. If I'm having a really rough time, it's going to come out. Right? If I've been holding anything on my chest, it's going to come out. And thankfully, I was around a good support system, so nothing bad happened, thankfully. But I did let a little bit of truth come out where technically it shouldn't have, right? But you know what? I can't go backwards. None of us can. And that is why I'm telling you that if you need help, in any way, please contact some of these professionals. And if you just need someone to talk to, contact me. You can comment. I will read comments to a degree, right? So if you feel that you need someone to talk to, I'm a little person here, but I will talk. I will talk. I will call. We can conversate somehow, right? So anyway. Tuesday was spent basically in my PJs. I actually did get ready to go to the gym, the whole nine, and y'all, I couldn't do it. I was so sick. Nausea was awful. I kind of prided myself in never really having a hangover just because I didn't drink like that. Yesterday I had a hangover, and a massive headache. Like I was offered some bread. It was swelling in my mouth, like it was awful. I was like, can't do this, Never again, okay? So I just want you all to literally get the help that you need, okay? Some of these things that I've said are free resources, some of which are in churches. So if you are a faith-based person, that will work perfectly for you. Celebrate Recovery is faith-based. I believe Grief Share might be as well. I don't know how much of it is faith-based. NAMI is not a faith-based help that I know of. Okay? But your mental health is important. Okay? It matters. You matter. You will always matter because you are here. You are alive. You are a human being. You matter. Today I went and I worked out. And y'all, I didn't feel what I would call 100%, but I felt good. Okay? Now, I also felt a little agitated because, again, I think things are a little bit fresh. So I still saw where, again, this is probably just my mind, but I was like, everybody's loud, everybody's this, everybody's that, they're following me, they're, and clearly they weren't, probably. But maybe, I don't know. I was feeling some type of way. So, I kept breathing. I started pushing some more stuff down. So that's another reason why I do feel it is important to find someone to talk to for moments like that, right? So this morning I was pushing some aggravation down, and hopefully I'll get to talk about that a little bit later today with someone, and it won't weigh on me. Y'all, mental health is very serious. All right. Again, NAMI for my area, it is 843-284-3091. Again, 843-284-3091. Okay. Now, if you're from somewhere else, I'm 100% sure that you can also get help just by calling that number. Also, you can call or text 988. 988 for NAMI. Okay. I will probably try to add some links as well, because you know what, we all need help. Okay, we all need help. I think I will actually add these links. So I want you all to really just love yourself and know that you do matter, and you are important, and your mental health is a big deal. Okay? And I love you all. I really do. You're a human being, and I love you. And we all have hard times, right? What matters is how you get through it and how you handle it. And I will honestly be able to say that if you ever need me, I'm here. Comment, and I do actually check comments. I can't say that I won't miss a comment, so if I do, I apologize. But I do have a Facebook. It is Nicole Bryant. Picture of this mug right here. And if you need to talk, you can message me there. I also have Instagram. It is nicole.for.healing, same as my YouTube. Message me there. Get in touch with me some way, shape, or form. Okay. I am going to add these links for Grief Share, Celebrate Recovery, the whole nine. Okay. Because I feel like it's good to have these types of things. for backup, for information, for anything and everything that you can find. So listen, your mental health is important. I know I've said that probably 8 or 9 times, but it really matters. I really, really hope that you have a wonderful day. Get out there and work out. Journal, listen to some music, something. But someone out there does care. You are amazing. You matter. You are awesome. I really, truly hope you have an amazing day.